Hi, it's me again with Corel Tips and Tricks. Just yesterday, I made a video on this right here or something like it. Then I thought that would look pretty cool 3D. So if you look, every other one is reverse 3D. This is going to be up and down. This is down and up when you engrave it. I really think it's probably too detailed to do anything with, but I'm going to show you how to do it. I actually saved a copy of the original, and I took away the fill. Now this is a group of 4 objects, and I'm going to go to object group and okay. Oh, that's why earlier today or yesterday it is. So anyway, we got 2 sets of lines. Now where did I put that other one? I'm going to hit F4 on the keyboard because that's somewhere way up there. Okay. Sorry about that. What we're going to do, we're going to take this one, the inside one, and we're going to make the outline a gray line. Then we're going to take that gray line and we're going to open up the contour docker, and we're going to contour the inside 0.001 in black. And we get that right there. Now we're going to take the other one, which is a black outline. And really you should use something thicker than a hairline when you're doing this. We're going to take that black one and we're going to go the inside, but this time we're going to go to a light gray. And look what it did. I actually think this might engrave if we take the other one away and just rotate it. But we're going to go and, you know what, let's do that. Let's keep a copy of that and move it up. Wow, way out of the picture. Anyway, we're going to group that together. We're going to alternate C, and we're going to grab the transformation docker. Still the 4 degrees at 89 because we need 90. And look what it looks like. I actually think and see, contouring really slows down my laptop. I think that's going to be too much, too little lines to engrave. But let's do this. Let's take this one and move it back. And this is just one of the items. So we're going to skip one. So we're going to, no, we're not going to duplicate. We're going to alternate C. This time, we're going to rotate it, 4 degrees. But do we need 89 still? Because it's only a 2 degree line. Hopefully this will work. Let's see what it looks like. Nope, didn't work. Let's back up here. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to move that. There's part of it. Whoop. And 3D really messes up my computer. I'm going to go ahead and turn it into a bitmap, grayscale. You really need to do that anyway when you're 3D. Now we're going to alternate C. I'm just going to test it and rotate it 4 degrees. I didn't make a duplicate. Control D, alternate C, 4 degrees. There you go. See, now we're going to have an open spot. So let's delete that duplicate, alternate C, and have it do this. And because it's just 2 degree increment, that's pretty wild looking. That might engrave quite well. If you've never 3D engraved, like on an epilogue engraver, see how the bitmap is turned it fuzzy, but that's going to actually make it engrave better. So this is going to be a peak, and then it'll go down, and with this open spot, it'll be like the color of the wood, and leave that alone. So you'll have a bunch of pipe looking thing. If it works, it might be too thin, but you can give that a try. Let's look at this thing under a See how it really slows down my computer. Let's look at it with a blue background. And so those other spots should be not there. That'd be pretty cool, just printed on a shirt by itself. Anyway, hope that gave you an idea or two, and thank you for watching.